The Yankees have had some up and down results lately, looking a little bit better the last 2 days, but still having some issues to be desired with that bullpen, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, results definitely have not been there, especially offensively as of this kind of later road trip that we've been on the last like 9 games, I think.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, again, it's the bullpen, and we talked about this all off season where we kind of already knew that this bullpen was going to be a big problem coming into the season, and oh, I will say that the statistical numbers are there, but this bullpen has shown that it's not it's way too thin to be uh in the playoffs. There's not any reliability in this bullpen. David Bednar has been shaky. I love that they're bringing up Giovanni Cruz to get a shot. Um, but yeah, Camilo Doval hasn't been good at all this year. Jake Bird has been pretty good the last couple games. But yeah, it goes back to this bullpen not being way too thin and not being reliable at all.
yeah, it's cost them a couple times, and even the last 2 days, as I mentioned, like the game you saw Monday was a haywire act by Bednar, and then yesterday was one by Duval, and you saw the damn break against the Mets with Bednar on Sunday, and then the previous Sunday, I think he gave up a home run, a walk off to Bryce Turang. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So like that was
Walk
another
off homer.
podcast we have in the chambers about the bullpen, which we'll add into this. But it's just been a tough situation right now. Like I don't really know who I feel good about closing, even if it is Fernando Cruz. As much as you like him, he has some control issues. So they're in a tough spot. Like I know Bednar's been getting a little bit unlucky, but we saw this happen with Clay Holmes and a few other closers, and then like sometimes that doesn't turn around and it just like turns into one of those rough years. So you have to hope that Bednar can figure it out soon and get the results on the fields.
Yeah, I mean, the bright spot about this, and it's kind of the only bright spot, is that David Bednar hasn't blown 10 plus games for us on May 20th like Devin Williams did last year. He has a good amount of saves this year, but he's been giving up a ton of runs in these save opportunities, and when we kind of need him to bear down and in a clutch situation, he hasn't been coming through, especially in that Brewers series.
No, he hasn't been. Even the saves, like you said, he's giving up runs. He's getting these saves, and he's giving up a run or two, and sometimes in the process,
Mhm.
like there's not been a lot of clean activity from David Bednar. Like sometimes when he's at his best, he'll put some guys on and then he'll get out of it. But that has not been working out this year. And the Yankees have no good internal options really to replace him. Really, it probably would have to be Fernando Cruz or by committee, which would be a mess with how this bullpen is. At the deadline, you're going to have to add more arms again and hope you do a much better job than you did last year because clearly that was piss poor and the results have not worked out how they were hoping at all.
Yeah, Cashman's definitely going to have a super good deadline and a lot better than last year, where last year's deadline pickups are kind of coming back to hurt us. Like Jake Bird hasn't really been good in a Yankee uniform.
No.
Camilo Duval hasn't been good in a Yankee uniform. David Bednar was good for us last year, but he kind of wasn't really good in the playoffs. Uh, Devin Williams kind of stole his spotlight in that playoff run. But yeah, I think uh, this bullpen is one deadline away from becoming very good. If we add some depth to it, make this a lot more thick. Maybe have David Bednar be an 8 inning guy. I love a guy like Riley O'Brien from the Cardinals. That would be an awesome pickup.
Yeah, that's a guy that I've been talking about a little bit too. I just we have to see how the Cardinals are going to handle their situation. I know they've played over their heads so far. They sold a lot in the off season, so you have to see if they'll be willing to do that. Right now, they're at 28 and 19 though, which is very surprising. Probably one of the more surprising results in the league right now.
Yeah,
Does
I
that
mean,
last another month plus? I don't know, but if it does, he's not going to get traded probably.
yeah, I mean, Jordan Walker's kind of finally having that breakout year we kind of expected out of him from
I love
those
that.
earlier years. Yeah, really good for him. They have some other good pieces there that I like. That I would love in a Yankee uniform. Avon Herrera. That's very unrealistic, but
I'll give you
right-handed
more
catcher.
more unrealistic and shout out to West Virginia, JJ Weatherholt. Absolutely
Uh,
stud. Yeah, never
I
gonna happen,
I
but outstanding stuff from JJ
maybe in the off
Weatherholt.
season when Jazz gets shipped off somewhere. I mean, I was thinking about that the other day. I mean, maybe they go after JJ in the off season when when they have a vacant second base spot, but probably not. But I'm probably just thinking about that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons why you would like to see that, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem like a realistic thing. But hey, I mean, back to the topic at hand that's very important here. This bullpen, um, I don't, I kind of have some hesitations about taking anyone from the Rockies pitching staff after how all this has turned out lately. One guy who's
Senzazella?
yeah, that's
Yeah, that
why
guy.
I bring it up
Yeah,
because I wasn't even scripted. He said that like as because he probably knew what I was going for there. Like, I don't
yeah.
know if I would take a shot at him because he's so. It's like it's a flash in the
Let's
pan.
see.
He's been an awful starter. He's been lights out this year, but do I trust it? I don't know. After how bad
Yeah.
all these Rockies pickups have been, I'm not really sure. What is the data saying about him in the
Ooh.
bullpen? I know he's been good
He's
in the
really good
bullpen.
away. He's really good away. .56 ERA away from
Yes,
Coors.
but I just don't know if I trust him not to get exposed at some point because how bad he was as a
Yeah.
starter. But you never know what could happen. Any news on when
What's
it's
his stuff
starting?
looking like?
Any idea on the start time, Jared? I'll have to try to check.
Nothing yet.
I haven't
I don't
seen
think so.
anything.
I have my noties on, so I'll know.
Yeah. How many Little League home runs are going on? I just see another one now. It's David
Another one?
Hamilton. Yeah, the James Woods sort of had one yesterday, but not like as bad as the other ones. I
Yeah,
think
that
there
was a
was another
misplay by
Rams one
Tyrone
too.
Taylor. Um, it was
It was
yeah, there
PCA of
was.
all people who never makes a mistake on defense.
Yeah,
So
I mean he's about to have like the best statistical defensive season of all time, and
yeah,
like that's
it
just
looks.
insane to me.
Yeah,
He has
absolutely.
mastered the center field position, and it's really fun to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
But
So
okay, let me give you a very good example of what a bullpen can bring you. The San Diego Padres, 22nd in runs scored this year with a 29-19 record. And it's because they have one of the best bullpens I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they got Mason Miller closing out games. They have Jason Adams. They have Wandy Peralta, who's been a very reliable guy for them. And yeah, they have really dominant pitching, and it's just bringing them a lot of wins. Bradley Rodriguez too. Adrian Morejon hasn't been really good this year, but he's a guy that'll be good in the later half of the season.
yeah, the Padres pitching staff is disgusting on the bullpen,
Yeah.
and Michael King's looking like his old self as well. He shut down the Dodgers the other day. The Padres are, like you said, the power of the bullpen. You do wonder. Unfortunately, they're playing so well. You probably can't pick anything out of that bullpen. Mason Miller is still having one of the best seasons you'll ever see a reliever have to this point, and obviously he slows down a little bit because he had to. But at the same time, what he's done has been really good. So I think the Yankees are in an interesting spot with this bullpen because you have two guys that throw hard that can help them out. Giovanni Cruz, who we have to see what he can do, and Carlos Agrane being the other one who might be getting a little bit closer based on recent results to maybe a major league call up. Haven't heard anything there yet, but we'll have to see how that's gonna look. But
Any news on when it's starting? Nothing. Nothing yet. Oh, did you read that?
I did, yeah. We spoke about it.
Yeah,
Remember? You said you were checking for the noise and all that.
yeah.
So Giovanni Cruz has not pitched yet at the big league level. Maybe,
Not
well,
yet. He did not
today,
pitch yesterday.
well, if they ends up playing today, this might be the type of game you see him in because this is gonna be a wacky schedule. Like if they ends up starting and like how long can Cam go if he's not like fully amped up and like the warming up schedule gets thrown off. Like I don't know. I'm not sure
Hmm.
how they're gonna play this tonight. So maybe it could be a Cruz debut tonight if they do play. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it happening. We had there were a lot of guys that weren't available last night. David Bednar, Tim Hill was used in the earlier innings. Fernando Cruz was unavailable last night because he pitched three out of the four. So yeah, maybe we do see Giovanni tonight.
And Duval had to hold on for dear life. I was probably, I don't know. Both situations were tough, but like I felt better about the situation Monday, probably in the situation Tuesday, maybe, but they worked out both of them. But the Yankees can't keep playing that way because we've already seen the bullpen cost them. Like you can't keep holding off for dear life with one-run games against the Blue Jays and blowing
Yeah.
these leads left and right. That's not gonna fly, especially in a game like tonight if they do end up playing and you have a pitcher's duel between your Savage and Cam, it's like a 2-1 ball game. That one run's gonna make the difference. You're not gonna be able to tightrope out of it this time. So
Mm.
the bullpen has to clean it up. Like even the wins are looking ugly with the bullpen lately.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm kind of still at that point with Anthony Volpe where I'm kind of holding my breath whenever the ball gets hit to him. Last out of last night's game, I completely thought that ball was going to eat him up and get past him and tie the game and maybe give them the lead. And you know, yeah, the defensive stats this year haven't shown really any progression from last year, but I'm still holding on to that. It was just that labrum that was bothering him last year,
It hasn't
but
been enough to really see it, I think, yet though,
hmm
right? Because
yeah,
like
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
offense actually looks good, but like yeah, his defense hasn't like turned that corner yet. That you're like, oh, he's back to that good Gold Glove defense.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm encouraged with what I've seen offensively. Like also taking his walks is a good sign. He's not gonna swing happy. Like you gotta start like from that and then go forward. Like see the ball properly, make good swing decisions, hit it hard. Like he is getting some extra base hits too. I think he may have been close to one homer. I think I might have been at a game and he was like close to hitting one out. Maybe the Subway
Oh,
Series, but
yeah. He went
yeah,
to the wall and left,
yes,
and
he's
in
had a few
Subway.
close calls. So
That David Bednar Subway Series blow was like probably the worst thing I've ever seen. Gave up a fucking 3-run home run to Tyrone Taylor to
that
give
was
up
like
the
the
lead.
Clay Holmes to Yoshida and like the Devin Williams to
Yeah,
name rank random player that sucks.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, like that was a bad one, especially with like losing the Subway Series and the Mets are playing horribly and all this other stuff going on.
Yeah,
And the Yankees like really sputtering too, like needing that win, and then like losing in that way, like with a 6-3 lead, a 5-1 lead, like 5-3
and
lead,
like
like
yeah, they were playing really weird defensively in the extra inning too, which was kind of got me really pissed off. But yeah, it was a bad weekend at City Field, but I like how they've bounced back against Toronto and getting these first two games and maybe the series tonight if they play.
what did you think of Cam when you saw him at City Fields?
Dude, he's so special. I like he's at the point now. He's made enough starts where you could say he's a top five pitcher in the game.
Yeah, you could, I guess. I don't know if I want to do it yet, like to put all that on him, but I'm feeling comfortable in saying it's like a top 10 maybe overall at this point. I don't want to put the five spot yet. If he wins the Cy Young, we'll have another discussion about that. But and
Hmm.
he's the favorite right now. It's early in the year, but
Yeah,
no, he's a great pitcher regardless of like. if I think he's top five or not yet, which is debatable, but I understand because like the numbers he's put up since he's been pitching, yeah, will warrant that. But do I want to see more to put him up there with some of the proven guys? It's possible, but we'll have to see. He's doing everything he needs to do. Today is going to be a very hard test now if he ends up pitching, especially because now if he does throw the ball, he's probably going to be. I'm just spitballing. I have no idea. Don't take this seriously, but let's just say he takes like they start at 9 or 9:30. It's like a 2 or 2.5 hour delay. He's going to play a Blue Jays team that he had up and down results against, and a team that's hard to strike out as well. So it's going to be a hard challenge if he ends up pitching tonight.
Yeah, I mean he had that one really bad game where he was tipping his pitches last year in his
Yeah,
first start against them.
that was the one he threw like 66 pitches in like an inning in the third or like an inning and
Yeah.
2/3. Yeah, that was the one
Yeah.
that stands out. They were on him that day, and then he did make an adjustment after that. So, but they're just tough to strike out regardless of that.
Hmm.
Like, even if they don't know the pitches and all that, they just have like, it's just like fortitude that they have and like the tough at bats and how they grind them out and everything. So, I definitely think it'll be a good battle if they play. Now, here's the question. I don't know what they would do here because Garrett's definitely returning Friday. And obviously, we're going to talk about that because that's a huge topic. But in terms of Garrett pitching Friday, do you think they would throw Cam tomorrow if the game got banged tonight? It's kind of where I was going with that. Because who's supposed to pitch tomorrow? Is it who's going tomorrow? It's not Weathers. It's not Warren. It's not Rodon. Or is it Rodon? Oh, it is Rodon tomorrow.
It's Rodon, yeah, it's Rodon, it's
So
Rodon.
I don't know what they. You think they would? What would they do if it gets banged? That's what I'm trying to think out loud about.
Would there be a double tomorrow?
I don't know. Would they want to do that this early in the year? I mean, I guess they could, right? Because
It's a 7:05 start tomorrow, so they
they could
could.
do it day night if they wanted to. If they do
Yeah,
that, then you just pitch them both each games. If you don't, then I don't know. Do they push back
yeah.
Carlos or Garrett? Like maybe they give them all an extra
I
day.
don't think they would want to push back Garrett
You think they?
just because he's coming back.
Yeah. Do you think they would go? When is it starting? We don't know still.
We don't know yet.
I don't think that's kind of why we're. That's part of the reason why we're doing this. But we will let everyone know once we get those updates and times. Like what if like yeah exactly. But yeah, I wonder what they would do because like you could move Rodon back a day, but like could you move him back 2 days? I don't know about that. So you like it's kind of tricky. I mean,
Yeah, especially because this starting pitching staff is very fresh. A lot of them are coming off of injury. You don't really want to extend their period of play in between starts
yeah, because
just
like
to.
I don't think it's a fatigue issue for its own. I think it's just a command issue, and then like he
Hmm.
threw too many pitches in the third inning, and then when he starts, then the spiked ball and like everything else, and like
Oh my
that
God.
was the worst pitch. That was like one of the worst plays I've ever seen in my life. I'm not exactly sure what he was trying to do or what he thought he could do, but like all of it was completely wrong from the moment the ball left his hand the first time, and as soon as it left his hand the second time, that was an absolute disaster class, and that's what set the tone for Saturday night. That was the
Yeah,
game right there. Like that's what kinds of put the Mets in favor. And Binge drops the ball, and then Luke Weaver
and
comes
then
in, bases loaded, shuts everyone down, 2 Ks and then out. And that was a get. Both of those games are
that was a gut
extremely.
punch.
That was a huge one. And then David Bednar giving up the 3-run bomb to Tyrone Taylor is probably the biggest one of the year so far. I would say
Yeah, I mean,
that's just
giving it
bad.
up to like Juan Soto, I can like be fine with that. But Tyrone Taylor, the dude's a defensive replacement. Tyrone Taylor's a defensive replacement,
He's
and
really
you're giving
bad.
up a game tying 3-run home run to him in the ninth inning with 2 outs.
No, like that's just not acceptable. Like I don't even care if it's May or April. Like Tyrone Taylor is not a good hitter. It's been proven that he's not a good hitter. The Mets have given him every opportunity and probably more than they should have to be a good hitter, and he just is not. So it's just an embarrassment. Right out right against Tyrone Taylor, just completely just not hanging a pitch like that. It's
And
just like
that first pitch
not
is just
good.
embarrassing. Like a curveball that's just belt high.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's all part of the problem, bro. Like it's a mess right now. Like he needs to be a lot better. The Yankees need
hmm
better enforcements. Like is Giovanni Cruz and Carlos Agrande enough in this mess in this bullpen? Like I don't think that's enough to save the day anymore. There was a time we thought maybe that could have been enough to save the day. I don't think that time exists anymore with how bad this bullpen looks, because they're not gonna put Elmer in the bullpen. So what's your one ace in the hole? Is it Ryan Weathers in the bullpen? I mean, I guess, right? Is that what you do? I mean, I don't know what else to really do.
I think I think they're gonna do that.
Well, he's been so
But
good.
also
He's been good starting lately, minus the
he's been
last game.
extremely good. He's like an 11 Ks per nine right now.
Oh, and
But
let's
that's why
speaking
I
of
think
that,
he fits
how
really
did that
well.
whole run with Ernie Clement leave the ballpark? I'm still trying to
Dude,
understand how that left. That was a
when I
fly
was
ball.
watching that, that
That was a
looked like a
fly
fly
ball.
out to
Yeah,
that looked
Weathers
like
was
a fly out to
heated. He
Bellinger.
literally said, "How did
Yeah.
that get out?" And
But
that cost him
another
three
guy,
runs. But that happens at Yankee Stadium sometimes, unfortunately, especially going to right field.
I don't know how that went out, but it
That one
was
was
to left
bad.
field. It was to
Yeah,
left
I
field.
know
It
that
was
was
to
the
left.
left, but like it was still rough.
Yeah. I mean, that was such an ugly swing. It was a perfect pitch too. I mean, it was good pitching versus better hitting, and that's what happens in MLB
No, Clement's
sometimes.
good at what he does. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a
hmm
bad pitch. Like, it was below the zone. He golfed it. Somehow got it up enough into the humidity stream or whatever he caught in that left center area, and it carried just enough to get over. Yeah, I was stunned. It kept going and going. I was like, oh, wait, this actually might be an issue here. And then it clears the fence, and and then at that point, the Yankees are in trouble, but they do somehow come back and win that game because Jazz
Nine
Chisholm had a
ten start.
huge. Okay, let's put it in here. Jazz Chisholm had a huge bomb. Oh,
Josh
they,
Chisholm's been coming around really well.
yes.
Ryan
So we,
McMahon had a really big home. Oh wait, no, that was the other game. But Cody Bellinger had a really big home run. I loved what I saw last night, putting up five against Dylan Cease because he's been one of the most consistent and better starting pitchers in the sport this year.
he's been a good. Yeah, Cease has been on it.
And we put up good after good at bat after good at bat, and Ryan McMahon got him opposite field, and that was incredible. He's had three home runs this year out of his four home runs that have tied or given us the lead.
But he's absolutely terrible outside of those three swings, if we're
Yes,
being honest. So
yes,
I'm not.
yes.
I mean, yes, were decent home runs, but that does not make up for how poorly he's swinging the bat
Oh yeah,
offensively. Like
oh
I don't
yeah,
know how long this is gonna go on for.
dude.
It does, here, go
And
ahead.
he's not even the worst on the team. Austin Wells has reclaimed that throne. He's been
I I
unwatchable
I'd like
sometimes.
to not. I'd like. God, I'm really not thrilled
Yeah,
about what's going on with that. I have to say
yeah.
a couple
I
things there. Like I
I
might have to
love
save it
Austin
more for
Wells
another
so much.
episode, but like this is brutal right now.
Austin Wells, I root for his success. He's one of the best defensive catchers in baseball, and I hate seeing him struggle on the offensive side of the ball. But uh, as of lately, it's been completely unwatchable.
Yeah, watchables being kind. Like I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on. Like he has 5 RBIs right now. I saw that the other day and I was just in
yeah,
disbelief. I was like I didn't realize how bad it's been because he has like 3 or 4 homers, but they're all like solo shots, and there's like
yeah. He
literally
has
no other
three homers.
RBIs. Like this is not good. Like this is an absolute disaster taking place with Austin Wells right now.
He
Is
has
there a
four
chance?
extra base hits on the season.
Wow, like no, all right. I mean, the offensive stats are about as putrid as they can possibly be. In
Yeah,
kindness to Austin, we won't fully go through them because, like, but he's hitting like what 170 or 180.
he's hitting 170 with a 552 OPS.
Okay, I don't want to say another offensive number really, but here's the other thing with that. A question I brought up with my friend the other day in a group chat. Would you would you trade off his Do you like? I know you're into Jefferson. Let's pretend he didn't get hurt. We'll live in that world. He didn't get hurt. Do you trade and the pitch? And yes, we have a 9-10 start. Are all right. So, would you trade off his defense for an offensive catcher that's competent? Like that's the question. Like,
No,
how much offensive difference does it have to be worth trading off his bat for?
I
I mean,
don't
his
want to trade
defense
Austin
for?
Wells. I
Well,
don't
no,
want to
no,
trade
no,
him.
no. Look, I didn't explain it properly. I'll set the scene better. So
Oh,
okay,
you
so
mean like replace him as the starter?
yeah, I mean, if he's hitting this poorly, you have to consider it. Unfortunately,
Honestly, I just want a platoon. I don't think he's been too bad against right-handed pitching this season.
oh, I mean,
With
that
the
means
offensive numbers that he's had, I don't think it's like as putrid. Let me look it up.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, if a 552 OPS is a 552 OPS, even if it's right
Yeah,
or
he's
left.
at a 92 WRC plus versus right-handed pitching.
Okay, that's better. I mean, it's not
And
awful.
I love what he could do behind the plate. I think if you match him up against the righty every time and just go Blue Jays. If you match him up against the righty every time
I do
and
have a
you
lot of
have
Blue
that
Jay fan friends, so yeah, we're in for 9-10. Yeah, it's so it's in there.
if you get that good matchup every time for him and you have him bat on the side that he has a career 105 WRC plus against, but you have a guy that could bat 130 WRC plus versus a left-handed pitcher, but he's a little bit worse defensively. It's going to help out the team so much more than just running him out. And hold on, he has this season. Hold on, I gotta see in how many at bats
Wait, I'll
in
get rid of that.
48 plate appearances versus left-handed pitching. He has a 6 WRC plus.
Oh, wait, how many plate
6.
appearances? I heard the six.
48.
I'd like to
48.
pretend I didn't hear the six, but I did hear it. Um, I mean, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know like what's gonna happen. I mean, unfortunately, this is all. I mean, yeah. So in theory, yeah. Here's what you would do. You would trade. You would do sort of what you said, but like you'd find a bat that's more consistent, like just a
But I
better
don't even know if
bat.
they could trade for Ryan Jeffers anymore because Hamate kind of
I know.
fucks your season.
No, 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 no. I'm not talking about Jeffers. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah,
playing in
yeah,
the what
yeah,
if
yeah.
worlds of any guy that can fill that type of role, which is not a hard thing to do. I understand. But let's say I thought there was another name. I'm gonna just like this is like really off the grid. Would you take Hunter Goodman over Austin Wells?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
That's
obviously,
like
but
an
like,
example of it because like it's an extreme example because Goodman's a great hitter but he can't play defense. Like there's my example. Like would you trade off a
but
lot of Max Goodman appearances for Austin Wells' defense? Like not Max
let me
Goodman,
put
Hunter
this in.
Goodman. Max is a reporter over the Mets. Hunter
Max
Goodman,
Goodman.
the Rockies catcher. Oh my god.
Shout out to Max Goodman. That's my
Yeah,
dog right
I
there.
was up to him the other day.
I love Max. He was a great Yankees reporter last year.
Yeah, I know there's some
He was
people on the
one of my
Yankee
favorites.
side.
I still have his notifications on.
Yeah, I know there were some people on the Yankee side that definitely miss him, but back to that discussion, like, would you do trade some of that? Because I know you're into Jeffers, but like, you were looking for it would be more of a JC replacement in essence if you did that
Yeah.
because you're not gonna send Wells down unless he's still hitting like 170 in 2 months. Like, I don't know, do you consider it at that point? Because like, I'm not really sure how you can hit him.
Yeah, I mean, it's
That's the
kind of getting
thing.
hard already to keep him in the lineup. But let me show
His
you something real quick.
His WAR is 0.3 right now on Fangraphs. I think he's like negative. He's like zero point 0.1 on Baseball Reference. So even for all his great defense, like it's not. His
Yeah,
offense is so bad, like it's not doing what you would hope it would do.
I put in Hunter Goodman's Baseball Savant into the thing. His home runs drop from 11 to 6 as well.
Oh, at Yankee Stadium.
Yes.
So he's the poor example then.
Yeah.
A guy like that who can actually maintain
But
that numbers in our stadium or somewhere close to like what we thought Jeffers could do. There you go. I
but
don't know who
like
that is, but yeah.
the hitting profile like isn't bad. He's barreling up the ball a lot. He's hitting it hard a good amount.
But he
He's
doesn't walk and he whiffs a lot,
yeah,
though. It's the thing.
yeah.
Like,
That
I don't think he's the guy the Yankees will want based off that.
hmm
But I don't know. Like, there
I
has
mean,
to be
I've
someone
seen
out.
like Kyle Higashioka is out there, I
Kyle
guess.
Higginbotham reunion. Oh man, I don't know, bro. If Wells doesn't start hitting, though, these are the type of questions that we're gonna have to be exploring more of as these
Yeah.
weeks go on. But I still have faith he can turn it around. But let's see his page actually while you're there to see exactly what's going on under the hood with Austin Wells.
Oh, let's see. Oh God. Oh, I don't think it's that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not as bad as you would think, but that's kind of why I want to examine it to see like
Yeah.
how I feel. I think that's part of the reason why you might have hope,
It's
but
a lot.
like
It's better than Hunter Goodman's.
it's interesting.
Hunter Goodman just gets blessed with playing a mile high.
Yeah, I mean he's gonna still hit a little bit, but yeah, it doesn't hurt him. Nothing that'll never hurt.
Let me remove this. And then here's Austin Wells. One thing I will say about Austin Wells, I love that he's walking so much this season. He's definitely being more patient at the plate and taking his walks,
Yeah,
which is something I'm very surprised about because he's been hitting so poorly. So here's Austin Wells. So he's walking at a 15% clip. The expected stats were a lot better a couple of days ago. Let me see his rolling WOBA.
his hard hit is still really high, 78%. Yeah, his walks look good. He's not. His sweet spot is horrible though, and his barrel
Yeah,
percentage leaves a little bit to be desired. His exit velo is still good. So yeah, like there's a few things here that make you think he's gonna be better, but like his expected batting average isn't too encouraging for all the batting average people out there. But
yeah,
even though, but again, I mean that goes into OPS and all that other shit too, like sort of. So I still would like to see him hit better than 214, obviously. But if he can hit 214 and hit like 20 bombs, I mean I guess he live with it at this point if he even gets that. But
yes. His
it's like
spray chart is weird.
he pulls the ball a
His
lot.
swing, his swing must be jacked up right now. Like it has to be.
What do you mean
His
exactly by
spray,
that?
like, so it's like got to be a mechanical issue. His spray chart is so much different than his 2025 one. Like he doesn't have any extra base hits. He hasn't even used the left side of the field this year.
He pulls everything.
Yeah. He has last year. He has a lot of. He's got a good amount of balls in the left side of the field. He has like two balls in the left side of the field so far. Two
He's
hits.
well, maybe we figured out the problem. He's pull happy
Yeah.
for whatever reason. But
What's his pull percent? Let's see.
I think we'll probably go right up until the game, most likely. Like a little before, maybe. And there's two more big
Yeah.
topics we have to discuss. It's Anthony Volpe
hmm
and it's Garrett Cole.
Garrett.
We'll do Garrett before Volpe. All right.
Okay.
So don't do
So,
anything right now. Hold on, I'm trying to fix this. Sorry.
yeah. Wow. I His pull percent this year is 44.3. Last year was 39.8. His pull air this year 12.7. Last year was 17.7.
So he's suffering from Fernando Tatis syndrome a little bit. He's not pulling the ball in the air
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, it's
And that's
12 to
weird because
17.
he's what's his launch angle? I want to see his launch angle.
You feel like it would be good for a guy like him, probably, but it's maybe I don't know. So he's probably trying to, but he's not. So he's actually pulling it less in the
Yeah,
air,
he's
at
pulling
least.
it
But
a lot
overall,
less.
it's more, but not in the air, right? Like it went from 44 to 39.
hmm Yeah, I mean It went from so this year he's pulling the ball 5% more, but he's pulling it 5% less in the air.
So 10% more on the ground to the line, that means? Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, right. Doesn't sound too good to me.
What's his launch angle? What is it, batted ball? But like, what's going on with Fernando Tatis right now is actually insane. It's like one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, how he's not pulling, how he's hitting the ball hard. As he's hitting it hard in Schwarber, but he doesn't have any home runs. Like, he's just like, he's not pulling it in the air enough, basically. Then he
He's
gets
killing
robbed
the
by,
worms.
he gets robbed by, yeah, he gets robbed by J Rod.
I don't know if you saw the Paul Hembo Instagram reel, but he said for every single ball that he's pulled, his average launch angle is like negative 16 or something.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the return of Garrett Cole. We're going to transition. As we brought it up briefly, the other day and earlier today, like, do you think it's the right time? Do you think Friday was good? Do you think they should do one more? I know his last rehab was really good.
Yeah, I mean, if he was ready, if the doctor said he was all ready to go, and he looked very good in the rehab starts. He was touching 100, which is extremely promising to where his velocity was at post Tommy John surgery. And we've also heard stories that Tommy John helps some people with velocity, which is a very rare occurrence. But yeah, I'm excited to watch Big G or the G Train back on the mound on Friday. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to happen this quick because
Hmm.
Elmer came up and then they sent him right back down. Um, so
Which is weird because he had a very good start against the Mets.
that was the move to get Giovanni back up. I guess they
Yeah,
couldn't send anyone else down, and Garrett felt he was ready, so they kind of had to. I
yeah.
guess that's what I would draw from that. I'm gonna go through the minor league rehab thing just so I can have a reference point. What Garrett did, I'm not taking him for any meeting or anything serious, but he struck out six in his final start. He threw 86 pitches, which is why I thought it was appropriate for him to return because once you get that high, you don't need to really be in the minors anymore.
Yeah.
So, and he threw like 100. Like, what else do you really need to see? So here's his rehab stats from what I can account. Okay, so six rehab starts, which is a lot, but he was out for a while. A 4.66, 29 innings pitched, and 28 strikeouts. So take that however you want to take that. He's coming back Friday. It's going to be a big game. The Yankees are fighting the Rays for first place, and the Tampa Bay Rays keep defying the odds, and they keep winning. The train in Tampa's rolling this year. They had another comeback yesterday. They were down 3-1. They put up 4 runs in the eighth, and they beat the Orioles. Bradish was actually decent too. Yeah, against them, he's starting to look a little bit better, like his other start against the Yankees. But Tampa Bay is a big series for the Yankees. I think there's what 3 games separation now or four. Let me check the
Um,
standings really quick.
3.5. But they also had a really big comeback today as well
Yeah, no,
in the eighth.
I mentioned the comeback today. So like that is a good first test for Garrett with how they're playing. So we'll have to
I
see what he
mean,
does.
I hate the Rays so much.
They haven't been good for a while now, but they're back this
Yeah,
year.
I
It
know.
looks like.
That guy kind of put them fucking 10 years behind.
Oh yeah, I know that was part of the issue, but Their pitching injuries were the second problem
Yeah.
paired with that.
Shane McClanahan is finally back and healthy, and he's been dealing so far.
Yeah, how about Nick Martinez with a 175? That's something that should not last. So that's something that
Yeah.
needs some course correction.
Let me see Shane McClanahan's.
He's been solid. Um, and then they have Joe Boyle coming back too, but they opted him to AAA. Rasmussen is still good. Oh, Rasmussen's been solid for a bit now. And then the other interesting thing they're doing, I'm sure you saw this, is that Griffin Jacks is going into the starting rotation now,
Yep.
and he actually pitched really well against the Orioles. 5 innings, 1 run, I think 6 Ks or something. So the Rays are up to their old tricks. They're 33 and 15 somehow. The Yankees are 30 and 19, 3.5 out. Toronto, the Yankees have a chance to air quotes bury the Blue Jays. I won't say that because all the stuff I saw last year with the Tigers and the Guardians, and like you never know what could happen. But like, if the Yankees win these next 2 games, they're gonna have a separation of 11 and a half games against the Blue Jays, and that's a big number, even though it's only late May.
Yeah. Yeah. These are pretty big games that we're playing in May, and what we saw last year should be the calling card of why all these games matter in May. We if we would have won one of them in maybe July when we had that series, we would have won the division and we would have had the bye, and maybe things would have gone different in the ALDS. But I'm not gonna say that they were gonna be different because they absolutely stomped on us. But maybe they could have been different. Um,
Yeah, you'll never know. Like that's always an argument that you're never gonna have an answer to. But you would like to at least have known. But last year they didn't give them the opportunity to do that because they didn't play well enough early in the year. Although they did get off to a good start in April and May, they actually were up like 7 to 8 games on Toronto, and then after that it kind of started to go the other way. So that's why I said what I said before about the 11 games being big, but at the same time that could evaporate in a month or two based off things we've seen the last few years. So you want to get that lead up as high as possible on them as you try to fight with Tampa Bay. Because like it's very clear here early in the year that these two are up here and these three are way down there. And the only team
yeah,
I think that is a threat in this three pairing is the Blue Jays. Boston or Baltimore, I'm not really concerned with either team to be honest with you. I don't think there's
yeah.
much to worry about with either team.
I think Baltimore could have been a very good team this year, but they didn't take our advice. I mean, we were saying all offseason that they were gonna get at least one of Freddie Peralta or Framber Valdez, and they got none of
Or
them.
Ranger too. We could have
Yeah,
tried
or
Ranger,
Ranger,
who's now
and
looking
they got
pretty
none of
good
them.
with Boston. Framber's been up and down. Peralta's been decent for the Mets, but yes, any of the three would have been great as Orioles. Is the point, and they got none of them. Again, like they pulled an Angels and tried to beef up their hitting and like cut the margins with their pitching, basically. And it's
They
funny that
traded Grayson Rodriguez as well,
they did.
but
I
that
don't
was
know
a
how
very
he
good trade.
looked. Didn't he pitch the other day, Grayson? Because Taylor Ward's been killing it.
What? Yeah, Taylor Ward's been an incredible leadoff hitter, one of the best leadoff hitters in the sport, actually, in my opinion. But Grayson Rodriguez, I
How do
think
you
his
do?
first start was against the Dodgers.
Which is
So
tough, and he got lit up predictably. So, I'm
three
not
and
gonna.
two thirds, 7 earned. So we're not gonna
Okay,
bully him on that.
he already has a negative point three WAR. Oof.
Did did you see
Oh
did you see
boy.
Alec Manoa?
Yeah, he got barbecued. He was throwing like 84 miles an hour. Man,
Yeah,
whatever happened to him?
and then he got released.
Yeah, I think he's actually done. I think that writing's on the wall for Manoa.
Yeah, the Angels outrighted him today.
Yeah, that's he's in a bad spot. Really bad spot. For my yeah, but
He's
okay,
cooked.
yeah, I
But
would say so. Let's get back to Garrett. So like,
Anthony, yeah.
sorry,
Garrett.
we'll do
No, no,
Garrett
no,
quick, and then
no.
we'll go to Anthony. Just
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
expectations for Garrett, not even tomorrow, just for like the whole year. Like, where do you think he ends up? Like, what is he compared to what he used to be, and like how far can he help this Yankees team go?
For me right now, if we were in October right now, and Garrett Cole has played the entire season, and I have to guess how he did. I
Yeah,
think the
let's
playoff
do that.
rotation would be Cam Schlittler, Garrett Cole, Max Fried, and then whoever else comes next. But I think he's going to slot into our number two spot into the playoff rotation.
Yeah, that's fair because I would have probably said three before the situation with Max Fried. I would have said three because like Freed, you could have gone Cam Freed. Although it does seem kind of crazy. Like thinking about, I mean, I think they do still give Cam the ball game one probably. I would imagine, but like Cole signed for 324 and Schlittler getting the ball and Garrett not being the ace. Like I don't know, but like I'm just talking semantics now. But if I was to talk, not thinking about any of that, I would say Schlittler one. If Free was healthy, he'd be two. Garrett three, and then your four is probably Rodon or Warren, and that might be a bigger
It's
battle
a
than
toss
people
up.
think at this point
Yeah,
because
right
Rodon
now
has
it's
to
a toss
show
up.
he can still pitch at the major league level.
And
And I know it's only been two starts, but they've not been good starts. And like, here's my thing. I don't know if you agree with this, but I always look at guys at three starts. Like if he has another bad start, I'll be really concerned. It's like I'm willing to give a guy a grace period of one or two really bad outings, especially when you're returning. But like if I see three bad ones in a row, that's like when I kind of get really worried. Or like three out of four bad starts, like that's when I'm like, oh, this guy might have some issues. Unless he was killing it beforehand, maybe.
yeah, I'm definitely not worried right now. I'm obviously like concerned, and that usually comes with pitchers coming back from injury because you really don't know how well they're gonna bounce back from them.
Yeah, because Cole
But
could get lit up like a Christmas tree on Friday. Like that's a possibility
yeah,
too. Let's not kid ourselves. Like you never know.
yeah. But command is usually the one that struggles with the most coming off of
And
injury.
that's what Carlos
So
is struggling with the
yeah,
most.
and
Yeah.
that's what he's struggling with. So hopefully he could stay in the zone tomorrow night. Um, and yeah, he didn't do well at all against the Blue Jays in the playoffs last year because
No.
they're a right-handed killing team.
The
So
only thing is he
or
was
left-handed
pitching hurt against him though, I think. Maybe. So
was
that's
he?
the only I'm pretty sure Carlos was pitching with that elbow issue. Remember they said he
Uh,
couldn't like button the shirt or whatever and he was
oh
still
yeah,
pitching in the game and all that.
yeah.
Yeah. So but no, the Blue Jays are tough, and then they've rocked Rodon when he's been healthy too. I'm pretty sure. So I
Mhm.
gotta be fair with that. But yeah,
And
Garrett.
Vladimir Guerrero like actually owns him. I don't know if you've seen the stats on it, but he like genuinely owns like a part of him.
Yeah, he's probably gonna hit a homer tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. So we have a few minutes left, leading up to 9:10. I would say Garrett Cole's like a number three starter right now. Without seeing him throw a ball, I'm gonna guess he's like a three with like upside for a two for this year.
Yeah, I agree with that. I th- I mean, I'm not counting out him returning to Cy Young form. I'm just not expecting it.
Yeah, I can
And
say
at the
it.
end of
If
the
you want me
day,
to middle ground it, I'll say he'll be a solid two this year, not like an ace, but like a dependable second starter. He could still be an ace, but like I need to see it first. So I'll put him like I'll say like mid tier more than ace right now, but we'll see. I mean, he was throwing 100, so maybe he is ace.
yeah, I mean, it's all about the stuff. If you're sitting 100, his slider looked good. I'm pretty sure. His changeup. I
Yeah,
just hope he
change
can
up.
come back
Yeah,
really well.
change up. Yeah, I'll
I just
say
hope he
yeah.
can
So
bounce
I
back
think he'll
well.
be a frontline guy still, most likely. He'll have like a low threes ERA, maybe high twos if things are really clicking. Like we'll get him
I
like
don't think
10. Well,
I'm not ready to see Garrett Cole regression. That's the one thing I'm not ready to see.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to say if it's regression now because like he's returning. So I don't know,
Yeah.
but like I'll say like 10 to 11 Ks per nine, still at least 10, and maybe like 115 innings on the year or something.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Justin Verlander come back and win a Cy Young off of Tommy John and
Well,
post a sub
Garrett
2 ERA.
maybe 115 is too low. I don't know if they're gonna limit him at all, but like maybe we'll give him like 150 ish. He's gonna make what 20 starts? No, it's too high because that's like six per start. Actually no,
Yeah,
he no he'll make like
140.
25 starts. Yeah, we could do 150, 140, sure. All right.
Yeah.
So we are excited for Garrett's return, and we're gonna transition to Volpe because there actually is like a semi big ish decision coming up quietly, kind of,
on
but not
Friday.
quietly because people want him back. Volpe, and this is gonna read terribly, but I don't even mean it like this. You'll see what I mean. Like, which players should be options to make the space for them to both play together, not like which one between Volpe and Caballero should be sent down. So I think that they should both be on the roster together now. I don't think Volpe should go back down to AAA. I think Max Schumann should be the one that goes back down when Caballero returns. And I think you got to just leave Volpe at the big league level, let him figure it out. I mean, he's a 4 year player. I don't really see the point of sending him back down to the minors. Like, he just has to be in that utility role and rotate on the diamond maybe in the infields.
Yeah, I think Caballero should be the starting shortstop. I mean, you can't take the defense that he's brought to us so far out and just put him as a utility player and just keep Volpe at shortstop where he hasn't really shown us any of that defense that Caballero has shown us recently. In the last couple of years of him being in the majors. And yeah, I think maybe Volpe could be a utility guy, maybe bounce around second, third. I don't know where else they could play him, but
That's all
I
they
think
could do,
Jose,
yeah.
yeah, I think Jose Caballero should definitely keep that shortstop role
I
and have
mean,
him start every day.
Volpe has 17 at bats. It's a baby sample size, so there's not going to be any
Hmm.
data. So I understand how I'm speaking here. But 17 at
Yeah,
bats, 5 hits, 294, 2 runs, 3 ribbies, 2 steals, no homers yet, point 0.3 B WAR, like 500 on base. He's getting a lot of walks. So actually, if I go to plate appearances, how many plate appearances? Shit. If I go to plate appearances, it's gonna end up being 24 and 6 game sample size. So I understand it's a small sample size, but what if he actually figured it out? Like that's why I don't want to send it back down. I think he should be rewarded and given a chance to play, even if it's like a third or a second. Sometimes, like I'm not gonna say he has to start at shortstop, but like I don't want to send it back down because I think it sends the wrong message. Because like if he's hitting well, you want to get him in the lineup somehow, even if it's only a short time.
yeah. I mean, we also have a couple more games, so Jose Caballero is coming back,
Only two
and
though. It's not many. It's coming like really
I
soon.
saw I saw Brian Hoke said that
It's supposed to be
he
Friday,
might not
right?
he might not be activated on Friday, and they're discussing it.
Oh, okay. I know Cabby's
So
gonna push for Friday, but maybe they don't
Cabby's
want
gonna
him
push
to.
for Friday, but maybe the doctors say they can't. But he's supposed to be out Friday. Two more games of Volpe getting that starting lane, and he's got to produce. I'm rooting for him. I want Volpe to be the 1,000 times the player that Jose Caballero is, but he's given me nothing out of these past 2 years to where I'm saying, yeah, we should keep him up. We should and take out the production that Jose Caballero has brought to this team. That's where I'm standing right now.
I would probably still start Jose, but like, could you have Jose play third a little bit and have Volpe a short to get save them from McMahon's horrible at bats? Like, that's kind of what
Yeah,
something I'm not against personally. But the issue is that McMahon's lefty, and they're gonna want to still try to use him against
Ahmed.
righties sometimes, probably. And then there's Ahmed too. Know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to want to use McMahon against righties because he's a left-handed hitter naturally, even though he's not a
Hmm.
good hitter. Like, that's kind of where I was going with that. But yeah, Ahmed will play against the lefties, so it's going to, I don't know. But Max Schumann doesn't need to be on the Yankees roster. That much I do, though. I don't need to see much more of him. And, like,
Yeah,
here's actually something
he
that,
hasn't been bad.
hold on, though. Yeah, he's been okay, but, like, I don't want to see him play instead of Spencer Jones. Like, why are we sitting Spencer
Yeah.
Jones for Max Schumann? Like, come on. Like, we don't need to do that. You're right. If he's 4 for 14, I'll give him. He's been better than I realized. But it's just like it's a log averages thing there. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
no,
gonna
no,
hold
no,
up,
yeah.
obviously. And I'd
Obviously.
rather see Spencer Jones play than a utility guy personally, if I could choose,
Mhm.
even if he has to face a lefty. Because like, why are we sitting him against? Why is he sitting against Patrick Corbin? Patrick Corbin sucks. I don't care if he's left-handed. Just let Spencer Jones play against him. He might run into a maybe he would have ran into a bomb against Patrick Corbin. Patrick Corbin's terrible.
Yeah, and he brings that elite defense in center field or wherever you put him in the outfield, right field, left field, center field.
Exactly. It doesn't matter which one. I just like I hate that he's been sitting for Schubert, and he's sitting again tonight, which I get because
He's
we're gonna
sitting
end.
tonight?
I think I gotta look at the lineup, and that's what we'll do before we go.
But
Cause
yeah, oh
we're
yeah,
gonna
because
we're gonna go
Yesavage
soon.
has
Don't worry.
Yesavage has reverse splits, so
I
I wouldn't
I
doubt that he's
I'm
sitting.
not surprised because like I saw what happened last year in the playoffs against every left-handed hitter that tried to hit against him. So I
That
don't think
splitter is like the most
I don't
disgusting thing I've ever
think it
seen.
matters what side that neutralizes any side advantage. Unfortunately, so like if you want to sit, I don't know. The Jones situation's weird because like he's not playing every day. How are you gonna fully understand what you have with him if you're like
Yeah.
starting, stopping? And like there's been a lot of that lately. I mean, he had a decent Subway Series with that game he broke Clay Holmes' leg. Not saying that's what made it decent, but it's just memorable because of that. And he had to hit the RBI, 2 hits. Like I think both balls were hit really hard. Like the one that broke his leg was like 111 miles an hour.
Yeah, and
Uh,
we kind of saw that a couple of years ago with Jason Dominguez, where when he got called up, he didn't get consistent playing time. He couldn't really get that adjustment period to the MLB pitching. So,
yeah, so I'm a little bit worried to see what happens with that. I'm just looking for the lineup. Then we're gonna get going. Let's just people. Actually, our Twitter has 577, but YouTube doesn't have that many people. I don't think. Well, I gotta share it, but where's the lineup? There it is. Yeah, Spencer's out because of the reverse split thing. Okay, this is gonna annoy me now. You'll see why in a second. So Trent Grisham's not leading off, which is good, but that's not where I'm going with this. So we have a different leadoff hitter today, obviously. Um, so
Rice, Judge,
yep,
Belly, Chisholm, Paul Goldschmidt because of the reverse splits, Trent Grisham down in the six, Ryan McMahon seven, Volpe eight, and Wells rounding it out and at the nine. And then Cam Schlittler on the bump today. Cam Schlittler did really well against them in the playoffs in Game 4, but couldn't get the job done to keep the series alive.
yeah. So Austin Wells is hitting ninth. McMahon is playing. So why are you gonna play McMahon but not Spencer Jones? Because McMahon's just awful to begin with. But like I don't understand why you think he should play. But would you have played Ahmed maybe? Like I don't know. They're probably. I guess my thought process from McMahon is probably defense pitching duel, so they want him in there for defense most likely. That's
Yeah,
my. I
and
guess. I mean.
reverse splits. Why would Ahmed not be in reverse splits righty? And that's
Yeah,
just
that's what
weird
I'm
to me.
trying to see. Yeah,
Ahmed
like
Rosario
that's
has actually been better versus right-handed pitching this year,
which is
which
also
is
surprising because he's
very
normally killing
shocking.
lefties. Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
think that. I mean, it'll be an interesting one tonight. Do we know who the Blue Jays are pitching tomorrow? Because I know it was TBA for a while or TBD.
I could check right now.
Yeah, I guess we know
Oh,
if
it's
they.
still TBD.
it's probably an opener then, which doesn't
Yeah,
mean, which is not anything to get to be like, oh, the Yankees are definitely gonna get this dub because of what happened last year in the playoffs. So,
they fucking ran an opener in Game 4 to send us packing.
yeah, they sure did, and they actually did it beautifully. Like that was one of the best
Yeah,
opening strategies I've ever seen.
uh,
Honestly, I normally hate the idea, but I can't even be mad at how well they executed it. Unfortunately.
and I remember Aaron Boone doing that one year against the Rays in the wild card and just getting pummeled.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's no good. And that's what Davy Garcia, the beginning and the end
Yes,
of Davy
Davy
Garcia,
Garcia.
poor
Yes,
soul.
yes.
He never recovered from that one.
All right, but
Yeah, I think
oh
we're gonna get going. We could hit our sub tabs or everything. YouTube's okay. Let me see the tabs and everything. So the JG show's going on Instagram and IG. You can
yeah,
definitely check us out there. JG Show Pod. That's where you follow us at. Why? Okay, yeah, get Cam go. This Liam's gotta go. All right, so Instagram and TikTok is the JG Show Pod. We've been pumping out a lot of content with Yankees and other games as well. So we'll see how things go today with this late game. Probably have some stuff going on, and then you could do your sub tabs, Jared.
yeah. Just Jared Goldstein 0 on Instagram, and go check out the article that I just read. It's on Yankees Farm dot yankeesfarmreport.com. Just go to the three lines, go to articles, and then my story should be top. It's about Caden Kent.
Yes, thanks for sharing that because he hit me up saying you did that and I said the retweet and everything. So everyone check out Yankees Farm on Twitter and if you go to his website, you'll find Jared's article on Caden Kent, who's been emerging in the Yankees prospect realms and probably deserves a call up to Somerset rather soon, I would say, at this point,
Hmm.
especially since they moved Lombard up. Caden Kent could definitely get going from Hudson Valley to Somerset pretty soon.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll
His
catch you
father,
guys.
yeah, was
Jeff
a pretty
Kent.
good player. Yeah.
Yeah, he's Hall of Fame inductee.
All right, so I'll end here and we're gone. So it's Julian Guardy one on X. It's my Instagram is Julian Guardy 11. TikTok, you search my name and you can find us on YouTube if you do that. Julian Guardy. It's the JG show. Thanks everyone. We'll be back soon.
Yeah.
We'll have to think at past Memorial Day, obviously. We'll make some schedule for next week and we'll see where we stand, like how the
Yeah.
schedule looks and what I have going on. But Jared, this has been fun. We'll see if the Yankees can keep it rolling after disappointing results. As the Subway Series, as Toronto Blue Jays series looking much better. They have to win at least one of the next two to keep the heat on Toronto. Like you can't
Hmm.
lose both. You don't have to sweep them, but at least get one of the next two.